So today we will learn about a RAID. So RAID stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disk. Why we are using a RAID? So RAID is using for a to increase the performance of or reliability of the data. So that was the reason we are using. So RAID we will configure on storage side, or as well as we can configure from a server end also. So there are how many types of RAID we are using? So let's go one by one. So RAID 0. So RAID 0 is using a stripping. So here data is written. So block data is we are writing in a stripping. So here in a disk 1 and then disk 2. So for RAID to configure a RAID 0, at least we need a minimum 2 disk. Okay, and make sure all disk must be same capacity in a RAM. So let us take example. If it is a 10 GB, so this disk must be 10 GB. Second disk, if it is a like 10 GB and 20 GB, then it's not a valid. So so data is written in a here. Block data is written in a stripping. So stripping first, for example, it's writing here, then it is writing here. So how much total capacity we will get here? 20 GB. Where we are using RAID 0, there is need more disk space, and data is not more important, because here if any disk get failed, suppose if this disk get failed, you will lose your data in RAID 0, but you will get the capacity, full capacity. Suppose if you have a 10 gigabyte, you will get a complete capacity. Okay, 20 GB. So let's go for a RAID 1. RAID 1, at least we need a minimum two disk two disk. And here it is like a mirroring means when we are see ourselves in a mirror, we will see same shadow copy. So suppose if data here block data is written here, it will be the same shadow copy will here also. So how much capacity we will get? So here only you will get a usable capacity. This is a usable capacity. So usable capacity we will get only 10 gigabyte. So where RAID 1 is using, or mostly RAID 1 is using for in a server for OS installation, is using for OS only. If one disk get failed, suppose this disk get failed, it will no impact on your operating system. So in a real scenario, we are using a RAID 1 for operating system. So yeah, so accidentally or something going bad in a one disk and it got failed, so there will no impact on your operating system. Your operating system will run as usual. So how these disk is connected? So these disk connected with a RAID controller hardware. So RAID controller hardware so it is these, like for example RAID 0. So these are connected here like that and like that. Okay, so these discs are connected with the RAID controller. Same similar these it is a RAID controller, and here your discs are connected here. Okay, RAID controller. Okay, so for your operating system, RAID controller will show a virtual disk. Okay, for your operating system. For backend, these two disk is using. So same similar for RAID 0, same similar for a RAID 1. So block stripping means your data is written here. For example, block stripping, A1 data is writing here. Okay, so block stripping here your block data is writing here A1, and it is stripping A2 here, A3, A4, that called a block data stripping. Okay, so and here mirroring, suppose here A1 data is writing here, same shadow copy will be write a block data here also. Okay, here same mirroring. So it is sorry, it is A1, not a A2, it is a A1, that called a shadow copy. Okay, that so it is a RAID 0, RAID 1. So minimum for RAID 1 we require a at least 2 disk, and we will get only 1 disk capacity. And RAID 0 we will get a 2 disk capacity, but there is no failover. If 1 disk get failed, we will lose complete data. Okay, so let us go for a now RAID 5. So RAID 5 is using block data, is writing in a stripping plus distribution parity. How is it? For example, A1 data is writing here. So let us suppose A1 data is writing here. A1 is here, then A2 came here, okay, and it will make a parity. So P1 parity. And next time, for example, now B1 and here parity, distributor parity. Now P2 parity came here, and B2 came here. So it's changing the parity, distributed parity. Okay, so parity means it's a kind of backup, you can say it. Okay, so if any disk get failed here, suppose 1 disk get failed, so there is no impact on RAID 5. Okay, RAID 5 is using for data purpose. If any disk get failed, we will not lost any data. Now new hardware it's a suppose if we attach a new hardware disk, it is like a hot plugin. And suppose if you are attaching a now suppose for example this get failed, now you need to attach a new disk. You can do it hot plugin, and you don't need to shut down your operating system, and it will reveal the data for new disk, reveal the data for new disk. Okay, so how much total capacity will get here? You will get a suppose here these disk is a 10 gigabyte 10 gigabyte. So we will get a capacity, used capacity. So used capacity we will get only 20 gigabyte. Okay, so hot plugin means like our pen drive, right? We are using a pen drive and inserting our like a laptop or server, and we are and after inserting we are using the pen drive data like copy, paste or delete. That called a hot plugin. You don't need to shut down your operating system to use any hardware. Okay, so same like we are doing a hot plugin here, RAID 5. Now new hardware is supported. Old hardware was not supported, but new hardware is supported for a hot plugin. Suppose this disk get failed, you don't need to reboot. Suppose now you have a new disk came and you need to attach a new disk. Now just plug and play, and it will take some data, it will take it will take some time to reveal the data, and it comes 3 disk comes on a good state. Okay, now suppose we have attached the drive here, new drive. Now it's came a good state here, and event log will say ki now the disk is good now. Okay, so in event log event log you will see the your disk has got failed. Like for example, if you are using a Dell servers, so their DRAC console we called a DRAC, I think, yeah, DRAC or something we call, yeah, ILOM, some hardware we are using. That is you are taking your server's console. Okay, so there you will see your events log. Okay, so here you can plug in, and after that you can use it. So hot plugin means just plug and play. So here you don't need to shut down your operating system. So let us discuss about a RAID 1 plus 0, or we called a RAID 10. So RAID 10 is using for a first mirroring and then block data stripping here. So first it will, so here minimum hard disk, we at least we need a 4 disk minimum. How many disk we required here? Minimum 4 disk. So 4 disk we required at least minimum. Okay, so here first 2 disk, for example, it will make a RAID 1. So already we know about a RAID 1. It will same copy. A1 is data here, so A1 is same shadow copy is here. Okay, so how much capacity will get here? Suppose in mirroring, already we know if it's a 10 gigabyte, 10 gigabyte. So how much capacity will get? Only 10 gigabyte. And if it is a 10 and 10, you know how much capacity will get here? Only 10 GB. So in RAID 0 here, it is a block data is writing in a stripping here. So how much capacity will get here? Total 10 plus 10, 20 GB. So total capacity we will get only 20 GB. So where we are using RAID 1 plus 0, where highly critical data. Okay, so here how many disk failure we can afford? Up to 2 disk failure data we can afford here. Suppose this disk get failed, so there is no impact, and suddenly this disk get failed, there is no impact on your data. So up to 2 disk failure we can afford in a RAID 10, but it's more costly because here customer is spending a money on 4 disk, and you will get the capacity of the half. Okay, so if it is 100, so how much we'll get? Only 200 GB data here. So for example, we have taken a 10, 10, 10, 10, so we'll get only 20 GB data here. So RAID 1 plus 0 is using for mirroring plus stripping. Let's discuss about a RAID 6. So RAID 6 is similar as like a RAID 5, but having a dual parity, distributed parity. Earlier the parity was only one. There was a single parity, but now you have a dual parity. How is? Suppose your data is written here A1, A2, so here parity P1, P2. Okay, and again suppose now B1 distributed a parity it is also. So let us suppose it is a P3, and here you can say here B2 and P4. So you have a dual parity. So it is we are using a RAID 6 same as like above. It is for critical data and can afford 2 disk failure. So suppose this disk get failed or this disk get failed, there is no impact, but here same as like we will get only 20 GB space only. So it is also more costly, same as like RAID 1 plus 0. It is also same more costly here, but the method is here, it is using a parity here. Okay, dual parity, and here across the drives. Okay, and above you are using a mirroring. So here you have used a mirroring plus stripping, and here you have used your stripping plus distribution parity. So data is writing in a block data is writing in a stripping and distributed parity, dual distributed parity here. So let us discuss a last RAID 0 plus 1. So RAID 0 plus 1 is using for stripping plus mirroring. So it called a nested RAID also. We called a nested RAID also. Nested RAID. Okay, but called a nested RAID also. So 0 plus 1. So it is opposite. Earlier we learned RAID 1 plus 0, RAID 1 plus 0. Now RAID 0 plus 1. 1 plus 0 here was a RAID 0, RAID 1, sorry. Now here, so first it will make a block. Here data is writing in a block, data is writing in a stripping. So A1, A2. Okay, so how much total capacity we will get here? Complete capacity, complete 10 plus 10, 20 GB. Okay, same here, 10 plus 20 here, like a let us suppose here data is writing here a B1 and B2 block data in stripping. Okay, and after that make a RAID 1. So RAID 1 means shadow copy. So now it is a 2020, again you will get a 20 GB. So again it's called a nested RAID also. So these RAID 1 plus 0 or 0 plus 1 we called a nested RAID also. So where we are using for critical data and can afford 2 disk failure, up to 2 disk failure. Suppose this disk get failed or this disk get failed, there is no impact on your data, will not lose your data.